just wanted to say a big thank you to all the teachers that have been there for me throughout my entire school career, whether that's from JK all the way to senior year. Thank you to all my elementary teachers who have shaped me into who I am today, and to all my high school teachers like Mrs. Lombardo, Mrs. Johnston, Mrs. P, Mrs. Breckenridge. I just want to thank you guys all for being so amazing and just always being there to lend a helping hand and always being able to listen to my problems. And Mrs. Martin, thank you so much for letting me steal candy all the time. Thank you guys so much.
Don't let him take me. No. There's nothing to hold on to down the hallway.
I just wanted to thank Mrs. Berger for helping me pass the AP World exam, never giving up on me, and being the best chaperone on the NHD trip to Maryland and DC. You are one of the most genuine people I've ever met. You're so gentle, you're so kind, and you're so thoughtful towards others, and I love that about you. Also, big shout out to Mrs. Chica Silva for being one of the most uplifting and positive people on campus. You are such a light. You're so encouraging. You're always so optimistic, and that really stands out. Lastly, just wanted to thank my very first teacher at the King's Academy, Mrs. Smith, in 5th grade, for making me feel so welcome from the moment I stepped on campus. You were so sweet to me. You made me feel right at home, and I will never forget you, and I will miss you lots.
The first one is Mr. Gentry. I think it's so amazing how you show gentleness and patience every single day of your class. And thank you for Mrs. G. I'm always so speechless around you. You have so much wisdom, and I'm gonna miss you a lot. Another one is Mrs. Johnston. I love being in your class. I've had you for 2 years now, and you're always so fun to be around. You can mess around with the class, but you can also have a very serious time where we get a lot of things done. I also want to say big thank you to Mrs. Gard. I'm so happy I had you for advisory my junior year, and then I had you in class for my senior year. And it's been amazing. I've been able to learn so much from your class, and I'm gonna miss you too a lot. And then lastly, Mrs. Martin, you're my advisor this year, and I just want to thank you for being so hospitable and always having so many things or good advice to say during our advisory. Thank you guys so much for being a huge impact and impacting students before me and after me.
I just want to thank all my teachers that I've had all these years. It's been an awesome 14 years. But specifically, I want to thank Miss Gay. Thank you for always looking out for me, making sure I'm okay. Mr. Rains, thank you for being an awesome teacher, and I love history. Definitely have to thank Mrs. Richardson. Thank you so much. Math is not my strong suit, but you helped me a lot. Thank you for that. Mr. Stewart, thank you for helping me with all my doubts, all of us, helping us with all of our questions relating to God and our faith and things like that. And Mrs. Jill Lombardo, Mrs. Johnson, my favorite English teachers. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Hi, Mrs. Carruthers. Thank you for teaching me. Thanks so much for being a teacher. I really loved your class, and I hope you have a great retirement. Bye.
I would just like to give a special thank you to Miss Martin, Miss Johnston, and the whole entire conservatory staff. These past 4 years have been incredible thanks to you guys.
Thank you, Mrs. Martin, for always having a piece of candy to brighten my day. You're the best. Thank you. Also, thank you to Mrs. Todd for being such a support throughout the whole entire year. I couldn't have gotten through the year without you. And Miss G, thank you so much for your Fun Fact Fridays. We all looked forward to them throughout the whole entire week, and we were always surprised every Friday with what you had to tell us. Also, thank you, Mr. Rains, for Hush. That class was so much fun, and I'll never forget all the projects and all your PowerPoints that you showed us. That class was so much fun. Thank you. Also, thank you, Mr. Huther. Even though I had you a long time ago, I really do remember a lot of the stories you told me, and you definitely left an impact on my life. And finally, thank you to Professor Kearns. Thanks for being the most stylish teacher on campus and showing up to class every day with a new pair of shoes on, or a new belt or new tie. I love and miss you all.
Happy Teachers Appreciation Day, TKA teachers. Thank you for making such a great community for me to be a part of the last 14 years, from elementary school with Mrs. Wysong and Mrs. Smith and Mrs. Collins, all the way to high school now. I'm thinking of a few: Mr. Rains, Professor Kearns, Chico and Chica Silva, Mrs. Stack, Mr. Stewart. You all have truly been the best and have made such a great impact on me the last 14 years, and I'm going to miss you all so much.
I just wanted to specifically thank Mrs. Phillips and Mr. Parenti. Mrs. Phillips, I've absolutely loved passing you by on the way to science every day. I love giving each other life updates and the constant encouragement we are for one another. I remember taking an exam in your class a couple years back, and I was crying at the end of it because I didn't think I did too well. And you sat down with me and comforted me and had the longest talk with me about how that one grade didn't define me. And I just love how you genuinely care for your students. I love you so much. Mr. Parenti, I always take away so much more from your class than I expect to. I love the profound questions that you pose for us to answer. They really help me with my spiritual walk with the Lord and just critically thinking through life issues. Thank you for always supporting me through videography and photography and kind of helping me gauge what I want to do in the future. And I am so thankful for the both of you.
Happy Teacher Appreciation Week to all the amazing teachers that we have at King's. Ever since I moved to 8th grade, I knew that there was something different and special about King's, and a huge part of that goes to the amazing teachers that love, care, and support us every day, so thank you all. But a quick few shout-outs to some of my favorites, like Miss Stack, who literally every day at lunch would come check on me and my friends to make sure we were doing okay. Miss Bell for being so understanding and so supportive all the time. Mr. Butler for always putting a smile on my face every time I saw him in the hallway. Miss Gard for just being the best. And last but not least, everyone's favorite, Miss G and Mr. Rains. I mean, not many students can say they went to China with some of their favorite teachers. So just thank you all for all that you've done for us.
Thank you for always being there for me, Miss Valdez.
To all my teachers from 7th to 12th grade, thank you so much for all that you've done. I am thankful for each and every one of you, especially to Mrs. P, Mrs. Breckenridge, and Miss Gard. Thank you for all of the middle school memories. To Mrs. Richardson and Mrs. G. Lombardo, thank you guys for being the amazing people that you are. To Coach Allen, thank you for all of the years of great advice. You have truly been a blessing. And finally, to Mrs. Cangelosi, I know we've only met this year, but you are truly a woman of God, and you've poured so much into me, and I'm grateful for you every day. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys, and just thank you for all that you've done.
Just want to give a special shout out to all the teachers that taught me during my time at King's Academy. Without you guys, I wouldn't be the person I am today, so I thank you all, and I appreciate every single one of you.
Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. I would just like to say how thankful I am for each and every single one of my King's teachers that I've had over these past 5 years. I definitely would not be the person I am without you. For a couple shout outs, I would like to shout out Miss Cangelosi. Even though this is your first year teaching at King's, I would just like to say how much of an impact you've had on me and how much I've really enjoyed taking your class and having you as my teacher. You've been there to support me through some of my rough days and my good days. And I'd also like to shout out Mr. Rains and Professor Kearns for being some of my favorite teachers as well that I've had throughout high school. Love you guys.
I want to thank Miss Silva, Miss Johnston, Miss Spell, Mr. O'Neill, and Miss Berger for helping me throughout senior year and for making my senior year the best one I could have ever asked for.
Hey TKA teachers, happy Teacher Appreciation Week to some of my favorite teachers, Mr. Rains, Miss Johnston, Miss Gard, Miss G. Lombardo, Miss Bacardi, Miss Merriman, and Miss Shipman, and so many more. Thank you so much for working as hard as you do. As a senior, I don't know what I would do without you guys these past few years. You've influenced me so much through my faith and as me as a person. I wouldn't be able to go to college as the person that I am today without you guys, so thank you so much, and I hope this week means so much to you guys, and I hope that you have the best quarantine Teacher Appreciation Week. Love you guys.
Hi Mrs. Young, I just wanted to thank you for everything that you did for me first semester. I'm so glad that God put me in your classroom. Thank you for teaching me how to teach the kids and how to work with them and how to bond with them. It means a lot, and I'll never forget this experience.
Thank you to Mr. O'Neill, Mrs. G. Lombardo, Mr. Lowe, and Mr. Adams. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week.
Happy Teacher Appreciation Week to each and every incredible teacher at TKA. You guys are such a blessing, and we are so thankful for your constant love and support. A special shout out to all the teachers that I've had since kindergarten to senior year. You guys have made these past 13 years so much fun. Thank you for that. And a special shout out to Mrs. P, Mrs. Urso, Mrs. Martin, Mrs. Leslie, Mrs. Lockmiller, Professor Kearns, Mrs. Richardson, Mrs. Stack, Mrs. Todd, and Mrs. Guard. You guys are just a few of the amazing teachers that I've been blessed with, and I'm so thankful for all that you've done in my life. Thank you guys. Love you guys and miss you guys so much.
Happy Teacher Appreciation Week to all the amazing teachers at TKA. A special shout out to those teachers who have had me in class from anywhere from grades JK to 12. Thank you guys so much. A special shout out to Miss Gay, Miss Johnston, Mrs. Smythe, Mrs. Guard, Miss Best, Mrs. Todd, 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Smith. These are just a few of just the amazing women that have impacted me, and I'm just so thankful for each and every one of the teachers that I've had the opportunity to be with at King's. Go Lions. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, teachers. We miss you.
Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, teachers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Martin, for being a great and fun math teacher, and thank you, Mr. Huther, for giving us great and inspirational Bible stories.
Thank you, Mrs. Kolchak and Mrs. George.
Thank you, Mrs. Patch and Mrs. May, Mrs. Hyder, Mrs. Horn.
I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there, and I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.